Hello, 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 my loves. I'm going to do a 3-card tarot pull. And then I want to do a yes no pull. I'm going to do a 3-card tarot pull, and then I want to do a yes no pull. Like, what's the question on your mind? And is your answer yes or no? Like, whatever it is you're thinking about. Like, what did the angels say your answer is? Is it yes or is it no? Okay? So, whatever your question is. Alright, so Father God, I call on you today so I can just pull 3 cards, or 3 to 5 cards. Let's just say that, but I prefer 3 cards. Of something that the collective needs to know about what's going on in the energy, and then I am going to want just an answer, yes or no, okay, as to what the collective is thinking, like what's on their mind, like what is it that they need to know, okay? So that's gonna be, let me just get these out, pull them out right quick, these yes or no's, and it could be for my angel answers. That's gonna be my yes or no for you. It'll be yes, no. I'll give you yes or no, or and then what the angels say. Okay? So let's go ahead and call on Father God. I call on you to guide me as I do this reading today. You know what it is that's the energy of the collective and what's going on in the environment at this time. You do know what's on their mind, their thoughts, their healing process. I do call on you that you guide me in answering their questions and giving them what they need, and as well as protect me, my card angel, as I do this reading, and my spirit guides for getting the messages out. Okay, so what are the 3 cards? Okay, well, immediately more came out. It's always the way, right? I set out to do one thing, but it's always what you want. Oh, you're using me as a tool, so let's just get out here what they need to know. And there won't be any clarification. It's going to be one shuffle. What comes out is what the collective needs to know. Okay? No clarification. One shuffle. Alright. Alright, so we have some messages. Somebody wants to communicate, and there's messages from the divine that you need to know about. Alright, first one came out was the Knight of Wands. And aren't these beautiful cards? Just look at that. And the Knight of Wands is a card that speaks about action, adventure, pursuit, passionate. So it's a passionate. And this one's actually taking action. It's not standing still. And he has this wand. So a Knight of Wands is also someone who is seductive, okay? So they have passionate sexual chemistry. So you guys, if this is somebody that you were dealing with, there was definitely a lot of passionate lovemaking between you guys. And this person, when you turned this person on, they turned you on. It was mutual chemistry, passionate chemistry between the two of you. And they want to take action. Okay, so let's see what they want to take action in. The Chariot. Yes, another card of action. So the Chariot, is it moving? Alright, so this person is definitely being spiritually guided towards you, and even though they want to take action, they want to move towards you, but I don't see this Chariot moving. Okay, so they are overcoming some obstacles at this time. They are determined to overcome the obstacles so that they can move towards you, and they're being spiritually guided to come towards you. And the next one is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune card does speak about changes. It talks about completion with cycles and destiny. So they do feel like the two of you are destined to be together, and they want to overcome the challenges to do what they need to do so that you guys can come together. They do recognize that in order to be with you, they need to make changes in their life. They can't continue on with the cycles that they're currently in. So they are going to need to put an end to some cycles that they have going on. Okay, they were juggling you, the Two of Pentacles. So they were actually juggling you with someone else. Okay, so they were juggling their priorities. They weren't balanced. I feel like they had to choose, right, whether or not they wanted to remain with someone that they were already involved with, that they had dealings with, or come towards you. They were also juggling priorities with money, finances, relationships, and possibly even juggling the fact that do they want to be single or be tied down in a committed relationship, to give, to build towards you. Okay, so this person danced with the King of Pentacles. They were really focused on their money, their wealth, and their success. They were very materialistic. This could have been somebody who feels like in order to feel powerful, they need to have money. In order to have control, they need to have money. And that's, they put money over love. And that's what one of the things they were juggling. Okay, so the next thing out here is the Hierophant. Okay, God himself has come down, and he's been called with this because this relationship did not move like it was supposed to. They were supposed to move towards you, and they juggled it, and they put money over everything. This God himself has come down and said, I'm taking the realms now. And I won't be surprised if justice is out here, because he is, whatever this person had in their past that put over the relationship is going to be broken up. So you might see a Tower card, I don't know. But he's come to put this person on the right path, have them to put closure to things in cycles with the Wheel of Fortune, cycles ending, no more juggling, get your life right. I gave you warning signs, I gave you nudges, you knew what to do, you didn't do it, you played around, you took me as a joke, and now I'm here to put an end to end all of this and get you on the right path. And now you're dealing with this person that's the Queen of Swords. Okay, so now this person's played so many games with you to now you have your sword up. So you're not willing to accept any more drama, any more foolishness. And this could be what's halting this person from taking action moving towards you, because they know that now you have your sword up. You're being defensive. You're like, what? Stand back. Don't walk up on me. You might get cut with my words, my actions. You know, I'm tired of your BS, and I'm not dealing with it. So you kind of have like this no nonsense attitude right now. Okay, and that's because you've elevated. This person is putting an end. They do know that the relationship with you, that cycle has ended. You're possibly moving on with somebody else, or just even with yourself. But the cycle with them has ended. So you're not putting up, like I said, following the Queen of Swords. You're not putting up with that foolishness no more. You put it in, you separated, you moved on, and you say you're done. You're done with the foolishness. You're moving towards your happiness. Okay, no more juggling you. You're going to go. You're going to be happy with somebody else. Pursue your happiness, whether it's business, money, dreams, love. With the children in here, you could have children, or you could be wanting to have a family, but you're going to have spiritually guided happiness coming your way for you putting your sword up and removing yourself from that situation. Okay, then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So the Two of Swords normally represents, when it's in the upright, it represents like indecisions and difficult choices. So, you know, like this was somebody who didn't know what to do, which route to take, but now someone has received clarity, so they know what to do. And it could be the King of Pentacles, the person that you left behind. They were juggling you, they didn't know which route to go, with path to take, but now they see clearly what they need to do. Okay, and they're dealing with a lot of conflict, and you know, and this comes underneath my, you know, God himself card, the Hierophant. This is person that's dealing with a lot of conflict that's going on in their environment, their household, their friends, their family, the person that they did choose over you. Everything's falling apart. And like I said, you know, God has come in and said, no, when I say you heal, you heal. When I say you move, you move. When I say put it into the cycle, you move into the cycle. You need to do the work that you're called here to do. Live in your purpose. And, you know, now we have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is somebody who wants material abundance, who wants to go after new opportunities. So you, and this comes with my Queen of Swords. So you are working on starting something new, and you're gonna be very abundant with that. And I feel like with this new beginning, you might be starting a new career, get a job offer, moving out of state or something. Okay, so this I have sideways, the Hangman. So the Hangman, basically, when it's upright, it does speak about a person who is surrendering, who's letting go, who's gaining a new perspective on things. But because this is coming like sideways, not really upright and not really down, this is a person that's still indecisive about what they want to do. They know they need to let go and surrender to the divine, but they're fighting it. But they're not really against it, saying, no, I'm not going to do the work. They know they need to to do the work. They know they need to let go of the past. They're just having a hard time doing it and letting it go. Okay, so the Emperor, you are going to have a happy family. Your Emperor, you're calling me your Emperor because you've elevated. You're now in your higher self. You are radiating that aura out there. You're putting the energy out in the universe. No more juggling, no more playing games with the person you left behind. Your Emperor is being called in, and this is somebody who's going to have a no-nonsense attitude, who's not going to play about you, he embodies all of the kings. He embodies the King of Cups, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So he's somebody that's an authoritative figure who knows how to make money, who has money, who can give you love. He can be whoever you need him to be at the time that you need him to be, okay? But this is like the Emperor is like one you don't mess with. He's gonna let you know how he feels, where he stands, what he wants, and he's not gonna let anyone come in between you guys. He's gonna be a protector for you as well. And then the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like when your Emperor comes in and is offering your love, this King of Pentacles is now, if you notice, he started out as a King of Pentacles, but since he didn't do what he's supposed to do, and he's dealing with some karma because God has come in to bring some tower moments in their life, he has now stepped down to a Knight of Pentacles. So he might be experiencing some loss of money, added responsibility, material losses, because now he wants to come in as a Knight. He's been downgraded from a King to a Knight. So with the Knight of Pentacles, he is, has steady progress. He kind of reliable. He's, but not as reliable as he was. But he does want to come in and make an offer to you, okay? Again, like, this is going to come after he sees this Emperor come into your life. So you may have to have a decision to make whether or not you want to proceed with the Emperor to come into your life, or if you want to accept the offer from the Knight of Pentacles, okay? There is going to be give and take with the Six of Cups out there. Somebody has been taking, and now, they do want to offer you something. They do want to have some give and take with you. They want to be able to, they're very nostalgic. They like the innocence, childlike personality that you bring. And they're thinking about the past, and they are willing now to kind of leave the past behind, to move towards you. But this is somebody that had a lot of options. They had a lot of options, dealt with a lot of, if it was a woman, they dealt with a lot of men. If they were men, they dealt with a lot of women. They had options like business, they wanted career. And if we look in the cups, like you see, there was a snake. So someone that they did get involved with these options that they had turned out to be a snake in the grass, turned out to be somebody just a sneaky, conniving, and deceitful. They were looking for wealth, okay? They wanted to be victorious in what they were doing. They wanted attention. They thought they were going to be abundant. They wanted to build, see the building? They wanted to build material things, so they probably wanted to build a legacy and leave it behind. And then they were looking for gold. They were looking for riches. They were looking for money, okay? So they didn't really pursue the right things. So that's what's coming out with that. So to have an answer to your question, whatever the question is on your mind, we're going to get like an answer, a yes or no answer. So if we can just, spirit guides, give me a yes or no answer from the angels, whatever the question is on the collective's mind. Can we just give them an answer? Thank you. What popped over? You're ready. So the answer is going to be yes, you're ready. You are ready for whatever it is that you're manifesting in your life, okay? So whatever, if you felt like you weren't ready to move towards like making that decision, whether it's to let something go of the past, whether it's to start a new career, move, or, whatever it is, go to school, job hunt, whatever, start a new business, content creator, whatever, the spirit guides are saying you are ready. And if you feel lost, just call on them because they are around, okay? So that concludes my little short reading for today. Please like, share, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted for any, future readings that I put out. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of your healing journey. Have a good day.